There once was a young man named Liam. From the outside, his life looked perfectly fine. He had a stable job, a roof over his head, a family that cared for him, and good friends who checked in now and then. Yet, despite all of this, something always felt missing. Liam carried within him a silent restlessness. He believed that happiness was just over the next hill. Maybe it would arrive when he got promoted, maybe when he moved into a larger home, or perhaps during his next vacation to somewhere far and exotic. But no matter how much he achieved, the feeling never stayed. It always faded, leaving behind that same emptiness. One evening, after a long, frustrating day at work, he decided to walk home instead of driving. The city buzzed with noise, flashing lights and honking cars. People rushed past each other, faces buried in phones, their minds elsewhere. As Liam passed through a quiet park, he noticed me, an old man sitting beneath an ancient tree. I sat still, peaceful, smiling gently at the sky as the sun began to set behind the trees. I wore no fancy clothes, had no expensive watch, no phone in hand. Yet something about me radiated a sense of calm and joy that caught his attention. He hesitated, then walked closer and asked, "Why do you look so happy?" I looked at him and smiled. "Because I choose to be," I said calmly. "Happiness, you see, is not found in what you have, but in how you see. It is not something you chase, but something you create, moment by moment." Liam blinked, clearly confused. "But how can you be happy without money, without achievements, without luxury?" he asked. I simply said, "Come back tomorrow. I'll show you the way, if you're willing to listen." The next day he returned, a little unsure, a little curious. I asked him, "Tell me, what did you complain about today?" He thought for a moment. "The traffic, my boss was rude again, and my coffee was too cold," he replied. I nodded slowly. "And what did you feel grateful for?" He paused. His eyes drifted toward the ground. "I guess I didn't think about that." "Exactly," I said with a gentle smile. "That is your first lesson. Gratitude is the doorway to happiness. Most people focus only on what is wrong, what is missing, what frustrates them. They forget to notice what's already right." I continued, "Did you wake up this morning?" He nodded. "Did you eat a meal today? Have a place to sleep tonight?" Again, he nodded slowly. "Then you already have more than many in this world." Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Start a journal, and each morning, write down just 3 things you're grateful for. Do it consistently, and watch how your mind begins to shift. A week passed. He returned with a smile that didn't seem forced this time. "I feel different," he told me. "Just writing those things each morning. It's like I'm seeing life with new eyes." But what about when something bad happens? What if life falls apart? Now we move to the second lesson, I said. Acceptance. I pointed to the sky above us. Some days, the sun shines bright. Others, the rain pours down. Do you curse the sky for raining? Or do you understand that it too is part of life's rhythm? He nodded thoughtfully. So it is with life, I said. You cannot control every wave that comes your way, but you can learn to surf. When we stop resisting reality and start accepting things as they are, we suffer less. Acceptance is not weakness. It is strength rooted in wisdom. Days later, he returned again. His eyes more open, his presence calmer. Why is it that I still worry about the future or feel regret about my past? He asked. Because your mind is never where your feet are, I replied. You live in yesterday's memories or tomorrow's fears, but the present you miss. The third lesson is mindfulness, I said. The present moment is all there ever is. When you drink your tea, just drink your tea. Taste it, feel its warmth, listen to the sound of birds as you sit. When you are fully present, your mind settles, your heart softens, and life becomes simple again. He practiced this. In time, he told me how the little things became big again. The sunlight on his skin, the laughter of a child, the sound of leaves rustling in the wind. One afternoon, he saw me giving food to a hungry man nearby. "Why do you do that?" he asked. "Because joy grows when shared," I said. "Giving doesn't take from us. It completes us. When we lift others, we lift ourselves. Happiness deepens not when we receive, but when we give freely, without expecting anything in return." That evening, he brought food to a stranger himself. The smile he received stayed with him long after the moment had passed. And yet, something still weighed heavy on his heart. "I still carry pain from the past, people who hurt me, betrayed me, abandoned me," he said quietly. I looked at him and placed my hand gently over his. "Then it is time for your final lesson. Forgiveness. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person suffers. It only eats away at you. You forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. When you let go, you free yourself." He wrestled with this one. It wasn't easy, but day by day, he released what no longer served him. And as he did, a lightness returned to his soul. Weeks passed, then months. Liam, the once restless, always dissatisfied young man, was no longer the same. He returned one day and sat beneath the tree beside me. Quiet, calm, smiling, not because everything in his life was perfect, but because he had learned how to be happy in every moment, regardless of what life brought his way. I looked at him. "You've learned well," I said. "Happiness is not a place you arrive at. It is how you walk the path." He nodded slowly. "Now it's time I help others find the same path," he said. And so he did. If this story brought you peace, understanding, or even a moment of stillness, then consider staying with us on this journey. Subscribe for more inspirational stories like this, shared with love, simplicity, and truth from the heart. Let us walk the path together, one breath, one step, and one lesson at a time.